Hello, buddies. I hope you're doing well. I'm just having some fun right now, inking uh, one of the pages of graphic novel, Pixel. Um, this moment, just doing drawing the panels. The draw is already, the page is already penciled. So what I'm doing is laying the panels. So when I ink, I know where are the limits, and then I will ink with a specialized tool that I have already mentioned in other videos. Um, this is important because you need to have the files almost done before inking. Yes, there we are. Now I will use this tool, which I like a lot. It's the Ackerman pen. It's refillable with cartridge. You can refill the cartridge with, I put rotring ink on it. You just insert it. It can be disassembled completely. You can remove the feeder and the nib from the body. And this one is a manga G nib that I inserted on it. And it works, it's a fountain pen that works by capillarity with pigmented ink, in this case, rotring ink. So I'll show you. It works very well. You can there you go. You can do a lot of line width variation with the manga G nib, and you don't need to use it with a dip pen, dipping it on ink, because it works like a normal fountain pen. So you have a fountain pen that is working a manga G nib, which is already strange and difficult, but also it's a fountain pen that works with pigmented ink like rotring. It's kind of fine India ink. So you have the best of both worlds, the world of fountain pen and the world of a dip pen, for saying in some manner. Once the ink starts to flow, you don't need to press any pump or whatever. This is the version that is, it's not the pumping version. let me zoom a little bit, just a little bit. So you get a better angle of what I'm doing. Yeah, that will be better for you to see. Okay. I will be inking some part of it, some other parts I will let it on pencil because it's better for working on digital. Some shadows I prefer to let them on pencil or doing on digital some type of textures. You can do very thin lines and very wide lines too with this type of manga genie. It's called that way because it's used for drawing manga by mostly by Japanese cartoonists. So you can see the Ackerman pen is holding its way just by capillarity and gravity. Here. not the enough definition. Maybe if I zoom a little bit closer, maybe you see it better. That's much better. Give me a minute. ¿Hola? Sí. Sí, claro. Sorry, I had a phone call. Yeah, not bad. As you can see, you can do very thin lines and also very wide lines. That's the for example, right now, if I wish to ink, or let's say rework the shadows of the face, what I will do is just erase a little bit and work it with a 0.3. So my colorist, when he does the main colors, I already sent him the shadows what I wanted to be with this layer. When I scan it, this is like better to do it this way, because when you zoom in with the digital medium, this type of details are, if I ink it, it will be lines or just too dark or just too wide for the effect that I want to have right now. You see, so I'm inking, but also I will leave some values on pencil, because it will look better when I put color on it. Just to have some of those details, even if I wish to. That's how I can. The same will be for this one. It's very difficult if you draw in this small size to get ink exactly what you are putting on paper, on pencil, sorry. Um, so this part, make it different. It's kind of awkward. This is a 0.3 lead with an HB, 0.3 mechanical pencil with an HB 0.3 lead, obviously. And okay, so let's try some of the detail that is missing. Now I can decide to ink some of it, some other not. Sometimes you need to dip a little bit on water the diaphragm pen, so it keeps flowing good, because these rotring inks dry very fast. So I always have with me a little pot with water where I dip the pen. Okay. This one is almost done. I try not to do this super line with this type of nib because it's very hard. I prefer to use the brush pen. Okay, let's move to this other panel so you can see it. I will just move the camera a little bit here. Okay, there we are. All right. So, okay. Hey, hi, Hans Roger Ostlin. Thank you for passing by. Oh, why I'm drawing this paper? Yes, I work mostly with rotring ink. Rotring ink works better on tracing paper. I will explain that on my videos. Tracing papers also allows you to erase if you need to. It's more cleaner than a normal sheet of paper. It's more resistant than if you were working on a Bristol or whatever with a very hard 2H whatever lead. The sensation of inking on this paper, on tracing paper, is awesome because ink flows very well. Also, when you scan the light go through the paper. Also allows you, of course, to trace your own drawings, so you can make some adjustment and composition if you wish without going digital. And the size is because it's mostly more convenient for scanning on regular type scans. This is A4, I think, the size of this paper. I just get accustomed because I was drawing not only at home or office, wherever, to draw in a small sheet of paper, more practical for transporting it. Also, if you train yourself to draw small, it's better sometimes. You don't need to draw in large type of sheet of paper. Of course, you can put more panels if you draw in a larger type of sheet of papers and do more detail. But right now, with the advent of digital medium, as I digitalize all my drawings and then I rework them on digital in color and lines, it's like having an infinite size sheet of paper. I can rework them as I wish. So right now, I think there is not so much necessity of working on that's a large type of sheet of papers. Maybe a tradition from the past, but I understand that if you are working on an industry where you have to work a lot and do a lot of drawings, you have to work with a pencil or an inker and colorist. You need to have a standard, and each one working and doing the best they can on those type of sized papers, which allow the penciler to do a lot more type of details and the inker to see and work with more space. But if you're just a comic book drawer like myself, that I do my own scripts, that I do my penciling, my inking, and my coloring with the help of an assistant, yeah, pretty much I can decide the size that is more convenient for me for drawing. Also, I like to, for people, I like them to see when they got the printed version, not a minimized version of a blusher drawer, but they can see the real size of how it was made with the real size. So I know how it's gonna look when I printed it. So these are more or less the reasons that I work this way. Usually I work with this one is made on it's not a 90 grams tracing paper. I usually use a 90 grams tracing paper. This one is kind of more fragile, but put a white sheet of paper below so I can trace it easier, and I have more contrast with that. Okay, I need to put some more ink on this. There you go. So when you work on this paper with rotring ink, the lines that you get are so thin, with good definition as in a Bristol paper. Here, for example, if I wish to draw the thing, another thing also is that the HP lid works far better on this type of paper than on normal paper. And you can erase with this type of mapped eraser. It has some porosity on this type of paper, and you will have no grace when you erase. You don't damage the paper. Also, you can correct on this type of paper. You can scrap with this type of tool. It's like a sharpened, it's a little scalpel, something like this. And if you scrap the ink, you can remove it and then redraw if you need so, without needing to go into white or doing some effects if you like. Like it was a white pencil. So you have all the virtues of the technical drawing materials used by architects and engineers for technical drawing. In fact, I don't know why people at comic book industry doesn't use those type of instrument like rotring isograph. They use microns. But in fact, you can draw with anything over anything if you like to. There is not a fixed rules. For that. Zoom out kind of a little bit so. So I'm just putting the autofocus. It will take a little bit to focus the camera to focus in. Moving. There it is. The pen, yeah, I will write it here. It's an Ackerman pen. You can see them here. Let me show you. I will tell you some of the story of this guy, Mr. Ackerman. Yeah, there you go. In my search of this type of specialized tools, I end up meeting. Give me a second. Sorry, I was on a telephone call. What I was in my search of a way of having like a deep pen nib, but without having to dip, to keep working with rotring ink on this type of paper, tracing paper, I started looking for someone or something that had made or was in the research of doing a fountain pen that worked with rotring ink or pigmented ink. And I found this engineer, Mr. Ackerman, that in his spare time, as a hobby, he started developing the Ackerman pen. He went through many. I think he's from Canada. He's a very nice person. I bought him some of the early version of those type of pens some years ago, and this one is one of the newest ones. He was perfecting them. The first one were like this one, where you have here a pump, so you put the rotring ink inside. You can place the nib. It has a nib, another system for placing the nib. It has a feeder, and it has a cartridge that goes here. When the thing kind of cloaks, you just pump here and inks continue to flow. But Mr. Ackerman wanted to have a pen. Most of the time I use this one. It works very well. He developed the newer version, those ones. They're the same, but they work with capillary. They have no pump pen. So you can choose any of them on its website. He will send them by courier. They work very well, mostly with the Manga G nib. It will depend mostly of the type of the nib, because if you put another type of nib, it will work, but some nib work better than others because of the capillarity. There are nibs that will need a lot of ink flowing, so you will have some railroading when you press a lot. This one works very well, and is the one that I use most of the time. This one and the other one that I modded, because if you insert the Manga G nib, you can also put, this one is a very rare osmiroid copper plate, gold plated nib. That is awesome for inking too. That I use it also in many of my videos. You can put any type of ink in the Ackerman pen. As I always tell you, have to always clean them. It's not a pen that you can store and pick it up 1 week later. If you do so, you have to clean them. You work it every day, yeah. You can work with them. Just pick it up, put it on, then you on some water, take it out. You just clean it, and it works flawlessly. So it's like working with a fountain pen that have a lot of flex. but on this kind of really shine and dark ink. That is the rotring ink. So mm. for the thing. Trace. Okay. Trace. There we go. Well, I will continue this later. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. I'll be uploading more. Basically, each time that I get into sit for inking, I'll be uploading a video. Some when I'm doing some coloring. That's right now I have to move forward with the last pages of the graphic novel to ink them, so my fellow colorists, my KPO, can work on them. So I really need to move forward with this. So don't forget to subscribe. Stay in touch. Bye. Have a nice day.